murdered Fred, robbed him, locked Dolly away, and escaped. Except there's one problem, Alex.
What?
The killer never left the house.
Oh.
He's upstairs in Fred's attic.
Leftovers, 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 leftovers.
Hey, welcome to that Leftovers Podcast. Welcome to episode 100. We did it, guys.
We did it.
And we didn't even need a sponsor the whole time.
Oh, God, it would have been nice to have one, though.
God, wouldn't it have been amazing?
To have some type of money, some type of funding coming into us.
I think anything would have been nice. Just someone saying, hey, not like, I don't know, this is the dumbest fucking podcast I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah, that was a comment that we got.
Yeah, recently we were checking out some analytics. We weren't checking them out. We just got
the notification that somebody hated me.
Yeah, apparently apparently we have a hater from the Mackenzie episode, which I have a conspiracy. I think it's a Mackenzie one or two, a Mackenzie family member, or it's a Mackenzie like fanish kind of person.
It's got to be a fan.
Are you sure? I think it's a family member.
You think so?
I think her family's going out there kind of like, you know, stirring the pot a little bit when they hear this stuff.
Maybe it's the dad who was offering her warm milk late at night.
You know what? I wouldn't even put it past it. That sounds like a man who was like, you don't talk about my warm milk and then get away with it.
He's got a stupid name, though.
What's his name again?
Big Man Moo.
Oh, yeah. Dan, you missed a chance to call him like, move for me, bitch.
Well, it's the thing. Like, I don't know how old they are, so it could be like offensive.
Dude, the way they were writing, that's an adult.
Yeah,
that was an adult. And it was the worst thing about it is like, in my head, I wonder, I actually listened to the episode again because like, you know, we put out a stupid episode.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we bullshit these episodes. There's times. It happens. It's 100 episodes in, you know, we basically just started.
Yeah.
But I actually thought that was a pretty good episode.
I thought so too.
I didn't think we hit any of like the internet rumor stuff where it's like way too out there.
Yeah.
Like I thought we kind of stuck to the main points of it.
I really stuck to just the documentary and then what this other podcast talked about. And this other person is very, very good at what she does.
Yeah.
So it's like if she was able to find new information, it just makes a lot of sense as to like how it came out. And I covered it, and I was just like, I feel like I did a pretty decent job of covering it.
I agree, and I really do think that was a hater.
I think that's what it had to be.
Well, now that we're talking about cucks, Big Man Moo.
Yeah.
With that being said, we promised you cuckitry, and we brought you cuckitry.
Yes.
And welcome to live cucks on the day. We have 10 of them right here.
Oh, let's go! We got the cucks on the line.
I wish we had them on the line.
No, I actually wish that we didn't. And my wish is coming true because they're not here.
They're not here.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about cuckitry a little bit today. And we're going to talk about when cuckitry goes way wrong.
Ooh. I think it's always kind of wrong.
I think so too.
Yeah. I don't think not to yuck somebody else's yum.
No, my God did not intend that.
I can see a line somewhere in the Bible that this happened.
Thou shalt not watch thou's wife be plowed.
No, that somebody was doing that in the Bible or something.
Oh, for sure.
It's got to be in like the Greeks.
Well,
you know?
I mean, I don't want to be that guy and be super controversial, but it is episode 100, so I guess why not? You know?
Who do we got to fucking lose? We don't have any sponsors.
Well, we could lose our faith. Here's what I'm gonna say.
Oh,
technically, if you think about it, the Virgin Mary had a baby without being impregnated by the husband. In a way, does that make the husband a cuck?
we're just gonna roll over that one. Yeah, okay. The way that you set that up, I should have just been like, yeah, you know what? No.
All right, Alex. Before we get started, we're gonna play a quick game.
Okay.
You got 5 questions to ask me. Who's the cuck?
I have to ask you questions?
Yep, because I'm thinking of a cuck right now, and you have to figure out who it is. Actually,
Okay.
I'll give you 10 questions.
Okay.
All right, Alex, go ahead. Start.
Let's see. Is it a guy?
It is a man.
Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. Are they over the age of 30?
No. Well, hovering around.
Okay. Are they white?
They are white.
Okay. Now we're cooking.
Who else gets into this art?
That's actually a very, very good point. So they're an alcoholic, so I'm not going to ask that.
They are not. They are actually sober.
Really?
They're publicly sober, actually.
And it's not you.
No. Okay.
Are they overweight?
They are not overweight.
Okay, so
Quite
it's
the
not you.
opposite.
It's not you for sure.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck this is about, but okay, let's just move on.
Do they like photography?
No.
Interesting.
But a thing they did, that thing would like photography.
The thing that they did, that thing would like photography.
I'm trying to be vague because I'm not trying to give it away right away.
Well, how many? Okay, so that was probably what, 6 questions in?
Sure.
I got 4 more.
Sure.
Are they a Democrat or Republican?
I don't think they follow our nation's politics.
Okay, so they're not U.S. people.
Yeah,
All
okay,
right,
there
now
you
we're-
go. That's a good one.
Wait a minute.
What?
Do they have a mustache?
They do not have a mustache.
Damn it.
Whoa, who are you thinking?
Hitler?
He
That
could
sounds like something, right?
He's definitely a cuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got it if you only have one ball.
That's true.
It is true.
Oh.
That's funny because right before the podcast, we were talking about our balls.
Yeah. And you won't know what that was about.
Because you're not in our friend group.
Yeah. Friend group is just you and me.
Well, whatever. In this room with our friendship. Let's see. They are from somewhere else. Are they Latin? No, because you already said white. Oh, it's gotta be a white place. Okay. Are they tall?
I'd say so. Taller than me. But not I don't know if they'd be taller than you though. So between let's say 5'8" and 6'2", but definitely like they don't present tall.
Are they an
Let's say
actor?
They are an actor.
Timothy Chalamet?
It is not Timothy Chalamet.
Tom Holland?
It is Tom Holland.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, that's a
Wait, well, how? He's not a cuck.
dude. He watches Zendaya in every
Oh.
movie, like do stuff, and then like in this last Spider-Man movie, dude, he had to literally watch it. You know, all the memes right now with Spider-Man is literally what happens if Spider-Man accidentally walks through the window. It's like MJ, I'm here to save you.
Yeah.
You know, the wrong time. He's literally just being clapped up.
Wait. He's actually short. He's a short guy.
Is he short?
Yeah.
He presents pretty tall.
No.
It's the demeanor in him.
I even think that's short. Like he's got good energy. Like he's got like that positive, radiating confidence
Yes,
thing.
he does.
But it's still like a short man type of energy.
You think so?
Yeah, that's all I pick up from him. Like when I'm talking about like Spider-Man, he's got to be like the smallest one out of all of them.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh man. Well, you know what? In my eyes, he presents pretty tall.
Okay.
But I'm also a pretty short man, so.
But like I think you might be taller than him.
You think I'm taller than Tom Holland?
Yeah.
You know what? Now that I think about him a little bit more, I kind of can see that a
Yeah.
little bit. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I might be taller than Tom Holland, and that's a pretty good 100 episode revelation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need to talk about what a cuck is then to make sure we're right about this. Is Tom Holland? That's not the theme of the
No,
episode.
no,
Okay?
no.
Anyways, historically, cuckold means a man whose wife is unfaithful. So this entire time, cuck has never actually meant like the kinky pleasure. It literally just means a guy's wife is unfaithful. So you're a cuck because your wife's unfaithful.
So because she cheats, I'm now a cuck?
Yeah.
Dude, I would hate that.
I know. Isn't that the worst thing? Especially if you're just walking down the street, like, what up, cuck? And it's like, oh, this is how I'm finding out. This is how I'm finding
it's
out.
like I'm radiating that energy. I always thought it was like a thing where you enjoyed watching somebody else do your wife.
Well, here's the thing. Cuckolding as a kink is fundamentally different because it's a consensual scenario in which someone gets sexual gratification from their partner being with another person sexually.
Okay, in the kink sense, it's different.
Yes, in the kink sense, it's different. But in the slang terms, I guess cuck has always meant like your wife cheats on you.
Ooh, that's
And that's not
scary.
consensual. That's not consensual. And if you want to think of it this way, cheating is like, I did this behind your back. Open relationship is we both have permission to do other partners. Hot wifing would be the partner's encounters with other men are part of an agreed sexual dynamic, generally without humiliation being essential.
Wait, there's hot wifing?
Yep, it's basically where you got a girl and you like the fact that she's eye candy and you show her off, and then that other men want her and then they can have her sometimes. It's a weird thing. But there's
wait, they can have her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. That's really weird.
And then cuckolding's a little different because the partner's encounter itself is specifically part of the person's arousal. Depending on the couple, it could also involve jealousy, voyeurism, submission, or humiliation, which is a little weird there. But you know, what am I gonna say?
I've always heard of the humiliation part. I've never really heard of the voyeurism part.
I kind of can see it though. Like if you guys are into like, I want my wife to get, you know, whatever. I can kind of see if like you guys go out of town and you're like, hey, go talk to that guy, go do stuff with that guy, you know?
Yeah.
If you're already into voyeurism, first of all, and then you're also into cuckitry. You
Wait,
know?
I didn't. Okay, I thought voyeurism was like you do stuff outside in the nude, kind of.
Not in the nude, but you do it in places where you shouldn't. Or you could be
Oh.
seen. I'm sorry, you could be seen and get caught, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And fun fact, this isn't exclusively heterosexual. A study of 580 predominantly gay men found cuckolding fantasies too, and linked frequent fantasies with overlapping interests, including voyeurism and group sex. Basically, if you like cuckolding, you're probably into some more freaky stuff.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I really, I don't know. It's just
I was
crazy.
gonna say, I think that makes more sense for gay dudes probably, because it's like, I don't know, because it's like you are a guy who's into guys, and you're seeing your guy get banged by another guy. Like everybody in the room, you're interested in.
Yeah.
When it comes to the guy watching another guy do his girl, you're not into the guy. You're
No.
into the girl.
Yeah. No, yeah. I see what
You
you're
know
saying.
what I mean? Like that. I feel like I understand it more from the gay sense.
I guess I get it from your sense. Like I know what you're thinking.
Not my sense.
You're trying to say like they're already sinning, so what's with more sin?
No. Nobody's talking about sinning. Nobody's talking about this is a sin, that's a sin, whatever.
So now Alex, why the fuck would somebody
Wait, hold on. You know what's really funny?
What?
The other day I was TikToking or whatever, I was scrolling through, and there was this person that was talking about how she was talking about gay sex and stuff like that or whatever, and there was this one guy who was just like, well, being gay is a sin because according to verse blah 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 blah, and like he explained it all or whatever. The girl was just like, wait, so you just know the gay verses on the back of your hand? And he's like, I mean, like, I got to so that I could know that. And then, like, she's like, but, like, you know it just on the back of your hand. You know the gay verses.
Oh.
And she's like, tell me another verse. And he's like, I don't really know anyone. So she's just like, oh,
she
so
got
you
it.
really just only know the gay verses. Wow.
That is crazy,
Yeah,
actually.
and the guy was like his whole like demeanor changed. He was just like, yeah, I guess that is kind of weird that I only know the gay verses. And it's like,
It does kind of make you question things like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why is my obsession only with gay men?
yeah, exactly.
That is interesting, actually. Now, let me ask you, Alex. If we were, you know, those alpha males that always talk about biology and sex and stuff like that, how like it's a man and a woman's job because they want to procreate and
They
stuff like that.
refer to the men and women as male and female. Yes.
Yeah. You know that whole thing about how like technically men and female have to be together because we have to reproduce and it's an animalistic thing, all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We don't enroll in that like mindset here in this podcast. However, it does kind of beg the question of like biologically, we are wired to at least want sex. We know that.
Yeah.
And biologically, there are things that could be anomalies, obviously, right? Like, maybe, but like it is a weird one where if human nature is to want to have sex, to procreate, let's just say, in basic terms, why is it that some people's brains, and it looks like a lot of people's brains, by the way, this community is huge. Why are people okay with seeing their potential mate be fucked by someone else?
Yeah.
That is, isn't it
It's
like a
very,
little
very weird.
It's like it's not just weird in the sense of like of like societal norms. It's also weird in the sense of biology. Now, don't get me wrong. We're not here to yuck your yum. If you cuck, you cuck. Go cuck. You know.
Yeah. Go cook somewhere else.
Go cook somewhere else.
It's funny that you bring up the whole alpha male thing because I recently saw like this thing where there was this guy talking online about how the new wave of male masculinity is that you no longer have sex out of pleasure. You just have sex to just procreate. So this guy believes that if you're having sex for pleasure and you're wearing a condom or like you pull out, that's considered gay in his eyes.
I've heard that.
And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I've also heard of like these weird guys who kind of say like, well, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have it for pleasure, only do that with your boys. And I'm like, dude, I don't think that's. I don't think you get the message.
That would have to be a troll. That would for
I
sure
don't know,
be a
dude.
troll.
That guy looked real. He looked real interested.
But the guy who was just like, no, like, you're gonna have sex for fun. Having fun is for women and children. Like, yeah. And I'm just like, bro, that's freaking weird.
That's a weird way to put it, dude.
Because he says that like men, when you're older, you're no longer supposed to be having fun. Like being a man is supposed to be a miserable experience, and you're supposed to only provide for those around you. And I'm like, damn, like this dude just lives in misery.
This guy sucks.
Yeah.
This guy sucks to be around. Now, obviously, like we just talked about, right? It's like biologically, like you in your brain, you would think that somebody would be wired to say, like, "Get the fuck off my wife," you know?
Yeah.
But some people, but I guess the research is kind of showing like that actually might be part of the kink. like that feeling you get of someone like potentially being around your wife, instead of taking it as only, you do feel the jealousy and all that stuff, but you don't take it in a negative sense of like, I feel shame, I feel this or whatever. It might actually give you sexual gratification.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. So it's not like you're wired wrong or by any means at all. It just means that the way your wiring is, it ends up in a different way.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it doesn't mean you're wired wrong. It just simply means you just you take those transmitters in a different way.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
You know what? If I find interesting about this, actually, it's like, you know how theoretically, like, we are supposed to have sex to procreate, and that's like our biology.
Yeah.
If that
Damn
was
right.
100% the case, then we would never have people that have like low sperm cells or like women who can't have children.
Well, I mean that's tough too, because that comes down to a lot of different factors. You know?
But like, you would think that like, if this was like, if humans were strictly put on Earth to procreate and people have these issues, that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. It is interesting. It is very
right.
interesting.
Like, it's kind of weird.
I think are we the only mammals that have sex for fun?
I think seahorses do too.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think those seahorses do a little bit more of unconsensual things to other seahorses.
Those
from
are
what I hear.
dolphins.
Oh, those are dolphins.
Dolphins
You're
are
right.
the ones that do that too.
Dolphins are criminals, dude.
Yeah, they're
we
messed
should
up.
really start getting rid of them.
I think they also have sex for pleasure, I believe, as well.
Yeah, their own pleasure, not their partner's
No,
pleasure.
no, they're just in it for themselves.
Yeah, they're wrong about this.
They're the alpha males of the ocean.
Oh my god, is that Andrew Tate Dolphin?
Yeah, for real.
You know?
Yeah. He sounds like that too.
He does sound like that. And fucking criminal. Now, I've mentioned this before, and I'll say it again. I personally believe that not everyone who's in the cuckitry and all that stuff is actually a cuck.
You're like, I don't actually believe that they're a bad person.
Well, I don't think they're bad people at
course
all.
not,
But I don't think that everyone is actually a cuck. I think some of them, I'm sorry to say this in basic terms, I think some of these people are pussies who can't
Why?
accept the fact that their wife is cheating on them and leave that relationship. So they just label it something that feels like, oh, well, this is, it's like, I'm in pain, but like, hey, there's a name for this.
Yeah.
And look at this. People do this.
Well, technically, based off of the definition, you said that if there is cheating involved, you're automatically a cuck.
Well, you are a cuck by slang terms. You're right. It's an insult.
So does that mean that this is them taking back that word?
Oh,
They're like, you forced me into being a cuck. Now I'm going to do it by choice.
I guess it's so, but it seems almost like a coping mechanism to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I think it's a coping mechanism. But here's the thing that makes it like: are you coping or are you a cuck? Right? Let's start with this. Ready? First things first. If your wife is all like, "Hey, I'm gonna go sleep with Big John Long Dick," and he's all
Great name.
Yeah,
Great name, by the way.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna get it.
Yeah, the
She
parents ate with that one.
ate with that one. She's coming out in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Imagine he has a small wang. He's like,
that'd be
why would you guys
hilarious.
name me this?
I named you after your daddy, boy. Anyways, would they say? Can they say no? Can the partner say no to this?
For sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes it a different. Like, is this cheating or is this a cuck? If they can't say no, then it's probably cheating. If you can say no, then it's probably a cuck.
Explain this to me. I'm confused.
Basically, as the guy, do I have permission to stop you from getting into these situationships?
Like, if the girl were to cheat, no, you don't really have a say in it.
Well-
It's just kind of whatever they do.
Well, then in that terms, it's no longer a kink. It's more like you're just cheating.
Yeah.
Because there's no agreement anymore. Because the agreement is I'm telling you no, and you're saying I don't give a fuck what you say, little bitch.
So then by you saying yes, you become a cuck because you're like, well, she's going to cheat either way, so I might as well be down.
Yeah, now you're making it consensual.
Okay.
You're making it consensual, and it can't be. It's still maybe cheating, but
Yeah.
it's like consensual cheating. I
and it
guess.
hurts less, I guess, because you're like, well, I'm open to it, right?
Yeah. Well, let's say you say yes, but can you negotiate the boundaries? Like, can he bust it all up? Can he bust it all up? Or can he only do mouth stuff, or can he do toe stuff?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta if you can set boundaries, then again you're in control technically.
Yeah,
In a
that's
weird
true.
way, you're in control. And also, are you miserable afterwards? That will differentiate if you're cheating or a cuck too. Technically, some of these cucks like to be miserable afterwards.
Wait, that's actually crazy because there are people out there that afterwards they're hyped, right?
Yeah, they're so hyped.
What's
It's
the conversations
disgusting.
like?
Can I eat it?
Oh, that
literally-
actually is a thing.
It is a thing, and it's
Sean
really.
Combs allegedly would do that. Yeah, allegedly he would do that.
Diddy's a real cuck, isn't he?
He really is. He's the actual definition of one because like he would pay escorts to bang his girl, and then afterwards there was times where he would like lick it up and stuff or whatever.
Quick
Allegedly.
question. Well, here's the thing though. Who was the girl? It was his wife at that point, right? Or girlfriend, or
I
what?
think just girlfriend.
But I don't think she was ugly. Why did he have to pay
sure
for
not.
it?
Why do you have to pay for
Yeah.
it? I don't 100% believe that she was down.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he was paying someone to kind of, okay. That's fucked up. That's really, really fucked up.
And then it's also the fact that, I mean, you're going to pay them, you know? Just be like, okay, you're going to, like, these escorts could basically bang any hot girl that they wanted. So
That
it's
is
like,
true.
And then it was like, it had to be under his schedule. Like, he had to hire these people and be like, it's go time, you know?
That is true. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of these were sex slaves.
Yeah, probably. Most likely.
All right. Well, to finish off today's cuckoldry episode, now that we've entered the realms, I'm going to tell you a funny story, Alex.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you a story about when cuckitry goes kind of wrong. And we're going to talk about the old-timey slang version of cuck, when you didn't even have a choice if you were a cook.
What does that mean?
That means your wife was cheating on you.
Okay. So we're going to a cheating story?
We are going to a cheating story. That's one of the craziest cheating stories I think you'll ever hear.
Lay it on me, boy.
In 1922,
Already bored. I'm just kidding. My brain only can process 2011 and up.
not even 2001.
No.
Mine has a gap. Mine has hit September 2001, and then I jump all the way to
Yeah,
like
similar to mine.
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, 2012 when like Obama got into it.
He got into it in 2008.
Are you
but yeah.
serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
shit. He got reelected in 2012.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
then-
not Diddy.
No, yeah, sorry. No, of course not him. Of course not him.
No, not Shaq Homestar.
Nah, at some point he's gonna be the president. I swear.
At the rate that we hire, yeah. I think we're good. Not we're not good, but I think like that's a pretty fuck.
Yeah, I guess like
I'd call she that. I'd get on that betting side and bet
I would
that.
too, because I guess we're only exclusively trying to find criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently we get all the criminals in the country out, but the one in the office is okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyways, in August 22nd of 1922, Fred Osterreich, I can't say the name, comes home.
You said in August of 2022.
Fuck you, you dumb bitch. It's a 1922. Who cares? That didn't even exist. It's probably not even a real year.
Yeah.
Fred Osterreich comes home from his Los Angeles home, and he's arguing with his wife, Dolly. Cool name.
That is a cuck name, I feel. Like, you're going to get cucked by this woman. For
You
sure.
might get cucked by this woman. And he's arguing with her. The argument gets so heated, and suddenly a fucking man comes down from Fred's attic carrying 2 pistols, and he goes, bram, bram. And Fred recognizes him. There's a struggle, gunshot, and Fred dies. And the police arrive. Dolly, for some reason, is locked inside a closet.
What?
And valuables are missing. There appears to be no killer anywhere inside the house, so police conclude somebody must have broken in, murdered Fred, robbed him, locked Dolly away, and escaped. Except there's one problem, Alex.
What?
The killer never left the house.
Oh.
He's upstairs in Fred's attic.
No.
I'm gonna tell you this story real quickly. It is by far one of the craziest cuck stories ever. It is a cuck story technically, fellas. Okay, because this guy in 1922, you didn't have a choice to be a cuck.
No. Also, Fred is a really bad name. I feel like you only get cucked if you're a Fred.
Yeah, if you're a Fred, you better watch out, dude. You will be cucked.
Yeah.
So let's get started here. It's a very quick story, so I'm gonna try to give you as much detail as I can. The full name of this lady was Wahlberga Dolly Osterreich.
No wonder she went by Dolly. What the hell's a Wahlberg?
It's a really good restaurant.
Yeah, for real.
And Dolly's married to Fred Osterreich, who owns, manage, an apron manufacturing business. Who gives a fuck? He's a boring job.
Ostrich?
Ostrich.
You have no redeeming quality, Fred.
He gets worse. And later accounts describe Fred as a successful but also dour, was just annoying and heavy drinker. And their marriage was reportedly turbulent. And sometime around 1913, Dolly reportedly calls Fred's factory because her sewing machine isn't working. She's all like, oh, damn, you know?
Yeah.
And Fred instead sends over an employee to fix it. And that employee is Otto Sanhuber.
What's wrong with these names?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
1922 has some fuck names. But
Yeah.
Otto's a pretty cool name.
And his last name is what?
Sanhuber.
Sanhoover?
Sanhuber.
Is it like weirdly? I mean, is that how they spell it? Is that their culture?
I don't know.
Sanhoover?
I don't know their culture. This is LA.
I'm saying okay, so it's Sanhoover.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. You didn't have to fucking like American me right there. Okay. So here's the thing: the Los Angeles Times reconstruction of this timeline puts Dolly at about 26 to 36 years old. We're not 100% sure because it's such an old story.
Yeah.
Otto was only 17.
No.
So this isn't merely Dolly gets a new boyfriend, boy toy.
Yeah.
We're talking about a married adult beginning an affair with a teenager.
Back then?
Yeah, back then.
Age of consent was younger or the same?
It didn't. I don't think it existed.
I'm
pretty sure it was gray lines at that point.
It was that far.
Yeah. And according to the Times historical account, when Otto arrives to repair the sewing machine, Dolly receives him wearing a silk robe, stockings, and perfume, and nothing else.
Oh, wow.
That's how she opened the door. And apparently the sewing machine she didn't really care about it anymore. And then they begin a sexy affair. Well, it's not sexy, it's gross. But it's an affair. Day one, from the moment he opened the door. Reportedly, that same day, they had sex 8 times.
No way, brother. 8 times is too many times.
I guess if you're weak.
8 times?
Shut up, dude.
8 times?
How many can you go for?
Fucking 1,
Yeah,
man.
me too. High five that.
I don't know why. I feel like that's a bad thing, though.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, right?
We're bad at sex.
Like, I get pain. I feel pain to
feel
try
pain.
to go for 2.
I don't feel pain. I feel shame because I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Why couldn't I last more than 3 pumps?
You got different issues than I guess. Yeah,
So now we don't relate. It's make fun of James Day. Having a teenage boyfriend presents a lot of logistical difficulties when your husband also lives there. Initially, Otto apparently comes around while Fred is away, but neighbors can see Otto coming in and going. That's very dangerous. So Dolly comes up with perhaps the most unnecessary, complicated solution to cheating. She didn't get a hotel. She didn't meet somewhere else. As you probably already know, what if you lived inside my house and my husband didn't know?
Wait, so this Otto guy just didn't have a home before?
He did, but I think he ran away or something because
Damn, how good was this girl at going on?
that description was kind of sexy. Silk robe, perfume, stockings. That's kind of hot.
Enough to leave your home and live in an attic?
When you're a teenager and there's this hot lady just giving
I
it to you.
forget that he's like younger.
Yeah, dude, you'll do anything for that.
I forgot.
Otto moves into the attic. And here's the thing. Fred literally would wake up and he goes to work. And then Otto is above him. Fred leaves, Otto comes downstairs, and then Otto reportedly spends time with Dolly, helps with household chores, reads, writes stories, and later even makes bathtub alcohol.
He makes bathtub alcohol?
Yeah, I don't know how Dolly explained that one. If she was like, oh, just fucking around,
Yeah.
just fucking around with alcohol. I know women aren't allowed to read yet, but like, I'm doing it,
Yeah.
But I'm a real trailblazer. I don't know, dude. And then Fred comes home. Otto goes back upstairs, and he remains quiet. Now, they describe him as reading mysteries by candlelight and writing stories while hidden above the couple. Now, there's a quick question. I'm sure Alex is going to ask me this question any moment now. Where does this man shit?
Oh, that was not even going to be a single time I was going to bring that up.
Oh,
Yeah.
You should have.
I just assumed that he would use the bathroom and then go
Yeah,
upstairs.
I mean, there's not a lot to that part. It's
Yeah.
just mostly it's guessed that he would probably crap at night and all that stuff. But then like there is some theory he'd probably have to have a shit bucket up there.
But he did have one then?
We don't know. This is such an old story.
Most likely he had a shit bucket.
The ending is gonna make it. You're gonna understand why we don't have all the facts.
Okay.
So, anyways, all the food, all the clothes, all the entertainment, everything, Dolly is supplying him with everything. And eventually, it's almost like you have a human Tamagotchi in the attic. You're just basically keeping a guy alive who fucks you. Eventually, Fred thinks there are rats. And this is apparently one of the more famous parts of it. Fred apparently hears unexplained noises. There are stories that he wonders about noises coming from above him. He's catching on. And later retellings turn this into Dolly convincing him that the sounds is rats. She managed to convince him that like flopping around is just a big ass rat up there. Like, it's just a rat.
But at the same time, you would believe it.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if I could tell the difference between a rat and a fucking human.
I don't know if you could if they're in the attic because you don't expect human. So it's like, you would, if anything, be like, I don't know if it's a rat. It could be a raccoon. It
Well,
could
maybe
be,
she said raccoon. That's good. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Alex. Remember when we started this story?
Mm-hmm.
It was 1913.
Yeah.
Eventually, Fred decides that they're moving. And they would relocate from Milwaukee to Los Angeles in 1918.
Okay, so they were doing this for like a couple years.
5 years he was in that attic.
Oh my God.
Well, problem is solved. Otto can finally live a normal life. Well, unfortunately, Otto comes too. The LA Times reports that when the ostriches relocated to Los Angeles, Otto quietly resumed living above them there too. I have no idea. We have no idea how he actually got there. How, if he was like fucking like in the moving box or something.
Yeah.
But he went with them to LA and he moved into that attic too.
That is insane.
Yeah. And like it was reported that Dolly's one non-negotiable for their new house is that it had to have an attic. Makes sense, right? Now, obviously, this wasn't a weekend. This was 6 months. By the time that the murder we started with happened, this had been already a decade where Otto was living in the attic, just banging out this girl.
He never met somebody else.
He couldn't. He had no contact with the outside world because he was literally inside the entire time.
So that's all he did? He didn't have a job?
He literally just fucked and ate. It was pretty fucking sick. Just kidding. Well, later sensational accounts describe Otto referring to himself as Dolly's sex slave. But now we're going to put a giant asterisk on this because the numbers... Here, this is where he claims that they were having up to 8 times sex a day.
Yeah.
It is more likely that they missed this clue. It was more likely that that first encounter was 8 times in one day. Like they went crazy and then they probably had like multiple sex and no sex. You know, it's not like they're human.
Yeah.
They're not bunnies. But Otto later absolutely did portray his relationship with Dolly in an extremely unhealthy terms. And there's an uncomfortable psychological dimension we do have to kind of bring up.
Yes.
He entered this relationship as a teenager and she was a complete adult, secretly living in a woman's attic for a decade. So this isn't simply Fred was being cucked, even though he was a cuck. Otto's situation is just as fucking bizarre.
Yeah, because it's like that's all that he knew. And like he was a victim at such a young age that she warped his mind.
Exactly. And there is a case to say that Otto became attached to Dolly in maybe more than an unhealthy way.
Yes, for sure.
Also, like survival.
Yeah, and it's also like the fact that they have like a word for this when you have
Stockholm syndrome.
Yes, that. Yeah. And that's what he has because that's all he knows.
That's all he knows.
And because he has no job, he has no friends, he has no contact with the outside world. All he has is this woman that makes him have sex with her.
Oh my God, poor guy.
Basically. Dude, no.
Well, by this point, he's legal.
I know, but like
I
at
get
the
it.
beginning, he wasn't.
Yeah. God, what a dream.
And
Anyways.
his brain wasn't functioning
No,
yet.
dude, he did not. He was not ready for this.
No.
Because no normal person would have moved all the way to LA for this.
No.
Knowing that he's good at what he does, he could have found another girl.
Like, I don't even know if it has to do with the fact that he was good at it. She probably had like some weird thing in her brain where she was just like
something about her possibly having a very, very high libido and very high sex drive. We don't know that for sure.
And a pedo
For sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is when we get to August 22nd where we started the story. Dolly and Fred return home and they're arguing. Otto hears it from upstairs and accounts say that he hears Dolly cry out and a thud. Like, he believes that Fred is physically hurting her.
Oh.
So Otto grabs 2 .25 caliber pistols and finally, after years of hiding, Attic Man descends onto the scene. Imagine Fred, you're arguing with your wife like, get off me, you hoe, because he was pretty mean.
Yeah.
And suddenly your ceiling produces another adult man holding 2 guns. Not
Yeah.
1 gun, 2 guns, 1 in each hand. And according to later
My
account,
other man got 2 guns.
Rochelle. Wait, it's not Rochelle. Oh, yeah, it is Rochelle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. According to the later account, Fred recognizes Otto and Fred attacks him. There's a big struggle. Shots are fired. Brah, brah, and Fred is struck multiple times and dies. And this is where... Here's the thing. You need to kind of think about what the situation really means. It's not just, I killed a guy. Dolly is also like, a guy who lives in my attic, who's been there for a decade, and I got him as a teenager.
Yeah.
Killed my husband.
Yeah.
So there's no neutral witness to this confrontation. Fred can't testify because Dolly has enormous incentive to lie. Otto has enormous incentive to lie. So claims like Otto heroically rushed downstairs because Fred was beating Dolly is probably not like the ideal thing here. Nothing would have saved them in this situation, right?
No.
So what do? They need Otto to disappear. But Dolly also needs to explain, why didn't the burglar kill you?
Yeah.
Right? Dolly goes into a closet. Otto locks it from the outside. He throws the key away from her. He takes valuables, including Fred's expensive diamond watch. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And then instead of fleeing, he goes back to the fucking attic.
Are you serious?
He went back to the attic.
Where else is he gonna go? That's all he knows.
That's all he knows. He doesn't know what the outside looks like.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a tree in a millennium.
Well, neighbors
Millennium?
What?
Whatever.
Neighbors have heard gunfire and summoned the police. Police arrive.
They
Dolly
summon them like a freaking.
It's 1922, dude. They use weird words.
Yeah.
Well, the police arrive and Dolly is screaming from the locked closet. They release her and she essentially tells them a robber came in, killed Fred, stole valuables, locked me up, and escaped. Still doesn't answer why they didn't kill her too, but I'm gonna guess she probably said he struggled or something.
Yeah. I believe that too. Like I could see a world where like something like this happens and they kill the guy and leave the girl.
I can see that too.
Yeah,
they had a heart.
Yeah.
And then police actually
Like you killed somebody, but they have a heart.
Yeah. Well, you would think by this point, police were like, there's nothing else we can do here, but they weren't sure because there was something off about her being locked in a closet like that. But they had nothing else to go off of.
Yeah.
So you would think that Fred is dead. Otto can finally come downstairs. Well, that didn't happen either. Dolly moved to another nearby house and Otto lived in that attic too. Now that Fred isn't around, Otto gets one upgrade to his lifestyle. Instead of writing on pen and paper, he gets a typewriter.
So he's still in the attic.
He's still in the fucking attic.
There's no point for him to be in the attic
There's
anymore.
no point in the attic, but I think he's so terrified of what he did, he's just hiding from the world at this point.
Or is she just so into the fact that she has somebody in captivity?
I think that kind of has to do with it. I think he was
Yeah.
so afraid, and she was getting like this weird like sexual arousal of having like a man in her attic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what honestly happened. Well, you might assume that Dolly and Otto finally live happily ever after all this, right?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely fucking not. Dolly becomes close with her estate attorney, Herman S. Shapiro. And eventually she gives...
Oh no!
She gives...
One of those. A Shapiro.
A Shapiro.
Like the Ben guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Grandpa Shapiro? Well, she gives
Who
Shapiro...
can't get his wife wet?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Alex. I didn't know we were going to hit him with the truth. She gives Shapiro a present, a diamond watch. Shapiro recognized something extremely inconvenient. This looks like Fred's quote-unquote stolen watch.
Oh, so he knew her. I mean him.
Yeah, he knew him well. And Dolly explained that she subsequently found it under a window seat cushion. Sure, totally normal. And Otto, he still exists in this lifeline. Just a secret still. Then there's another boyfriend. While Otto is riding upstairs and Shapiro is becoming involved with Dolly, Dolly also becomes involved with businessman Roy H. Klum. And Dolly asks Roy for a tiny little favor. She's got a gun. And gun that needs to be disappeared, like now.
Yeah.
So a gun that happens to resemble the same weapon that was involved in Fred's murder and all that stuff. So she asks, could Roy, like, hey, Roy, could you throw it into La Brea tar pits? A tar pit.
Yeah.
And he does that. He does that. She literally starts flirting it up with men and they'll do whatever she wants.
Damn.
Yeah. So literally she's got Otto in the attic. She's got Shapiro doing legal stuff for her. And she's got Roy destroying evidence for her.
Just kind of got aura.
A kind of aura? Or
Yeah.
I guess that hot? I don't even know what to think. I think also in that time, you have to keep something in mind. I don't think women were like so out there in the 1920s.
I don't think so.
I don't think that was probably okay society-wise.
That makes sense. I believe that.
Yeah, I think women were very maybe repressed. I don't know.
Yeah. I see that.
So having a woman be that forward and into you
it was probably new and fresh.
it was probably like a man's dream at that point, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Now remember, there was one problem, Alex. There were two guns.
So what happened to the second?
The other gun, well,
She got another guy to take that one out to the Hamptons.
well, you're so close.
Ah!
You are so close. She goes to the neighbor. She talks to him, tells him the almost same story. Like, I just got this gun, Can you get rid of it for me? So he buries it in the backyard.
That was far off.
Well, then Dolly and Roy break up, and Roy apparently decides, you know what? Fuck this. And he tells the police about the gun. Police search the tar pits, and on July 12th, 1923, roughly 11 months after Fred was dead, Fred is dead. I
Yeah.
think it's a band.
As a DJ.
Oh, the DJ. Fuck. Investigators recover the weapon and Dolly gets arrested. And then after that, newspaper reports hit that the neighbor comes forward with the other fucking gun.
So everybody just like, you
Everybody-
thought you got us.
Yeah, because she probably wasn't doing the same stuff she was doing for Otto, dude.
Oh, maybe she didn't actually have the aura then. Everyone else was just like, all right, yeah, we'll hide this gun for you.
You know what's crazy?
Huh.
While Dolly was in jail, Otto was still in the attic. And you know what she did?
Wait, so he wasn't locked in there, right?
No, he wasn't locked in.
So he went in there by choice.
He was there by choice.
Yeah, she scarred this man.
She's fucked this man up.
Yeah.
She fucked the shit out of this man. This is the one time you can say you fucked the shit out of someone, dude.
Like,
he's fucked.
He's screwed up in the head because of her. Like, he basically has a full house to himself. Well, actually, he wouldn't because they know the neighbors and stuff.
Exactly. And they
So
know
it's
that
like-
the lady's arrested.
And they'd be like, "Oh, I saw somebody in your house," so he kind of still has to do that because he has no other like way to make money.
No. Well, Dolly reportedly asked the attorney, Herman Shapiro, or Grandpa Shapiro, to bring groceries to her house and gives him instructions. Go into the bedroom, go near the closet, and tap on the ceiling. Essentially, the man will come out and, he'll do his... It's creepy.
She's
It's creepy.
really like... She has so much faith that people aren't going to snitch on her ass.
Yeah. Because she I really do think she had a chokehold on these men.
That's wild.
Well, Otto starts eventually talking to Shapiro finally and talking. I believe the way Shapiro got him to talk was basically like, I'm not giving you this food if you're not coming down kind of thing. And he tells Shapiro about everything. The years upstairs, the affair, the murder, the secret. And eventually Shapiro tells him, dude, you gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
And Otto finally leaves California. Dolly gets released on bail and the charges eventually collapse. Because I'll tell you why in a second. And then Shapiro moves in with Dolly.
What the heck?
Yeah, not in the attic though. Not in the attic. Apparently, he negotiated the downstairs package where he was allowed to be in front of people.
Yeah. And she probably hated that.
And then 8 years later, Dolly and Shapiro remained involved for more years. Their relationship becomes stormy, and eventually in 1930, this is 7 years after the murder, Shapiro leaves and decides, I have some information for the police. And he tells the police about everything. So the police hunt down Otto, and then the LA Times finally gets this whole long story. And you know what they call Otto? The Batman.
Really?
They called him the Batman because
Why?
he'd been secretly living in the attic like some cave creature. Not
Yeah.
Batman like the hero.
Oh, 'cause
this
he
is
probably wasn't
1930.
Oh, yeah.
So he's called the Batman.
When was the Batman first came out? Let me look this up.
1942.
Are you serious?
I would not put money on that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like a really crazy poll.
Year of creation.
You're like, year of the Batman.
1939. So this would have been 9 years prior to the real Batman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Alex, if you were upset, and this whole time we forgot about Fred being a cuck, Otto ends up being, arrested, and he, remember, he had a fucked up relationship. He spent years hidden from society. He depended on Dolly for everything, and he doesn't, and that doesn't absolve him from killing Fred, obviously, but psychologically, he is fucked. Now, there's a giant problem, though, Alex. Even though the jury finally hears everything that's been going on, the statute...
She's banging the jury.
Oh, God damn it.
God.
The statute of limitations applicable to that conviction had expired. So Otto was allowed to walk free. And then Dolly goes to trial on conspiracy allegations, and her attorney is the famous defense lawyer, Jerry Gisler. You don't know who that is?
No,
He defended
obviously.
celebrities like Marilyn Monroe, and I don't know who else was famous.
She
at
was
that.
on a jury for something? She was on
trial for something?
Trial for something?
Probably for being a woman who could read.
Because back then they're like, if you could read. Well, this was actually... Wait, when was the witches era?
Salem, 1700s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For some reason, that comes to mind really easily. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm really sorry about that, guys.
You're really into the oppression of women, I
I'm
feel.
not into the oppression of women. I'm in the burning of witches. Anyways.
Oh.
So do you know what the result is from the jury?
What?
A hung jury. And it's not what you're thinking, you freak. It's it means that there's no unanimous conviction. She wasn't successfully retried either. She goes free. So Fred is dead. Otto admits that he was involved and convicted of manslaughter, but walks because too much time has passed. Dolly's jury can agree, and the crime that dominated Los Angeles newspapers for years essentially ends without anyone facing repercussions.
What the hell?
Yeah. So literally, she ends up... Okay. To end off Dolly's story, Dolly continues living in LA and eventually has a long-term companion named Ray Burt Hedrick.
You're like Ray Parton or whatever. And then he's like, and she became Dolly Parton.
That would be fucking sick if this was Dolly Parton's story. Now we just find that out. Eventually, they apparently spent roughly 30 years together. And finally, in 1961, Dolly marries him.
Yeah,
She's
wow.
not involved with Otto in any way anymore. She died less than 2 weeks later at the age of 75.
Oh.
And
Well, that makes sense. She was kind of old.
Yep. So after about 13 days, she dies she just dies.
That's kind of nice. You know, like you finally got married like the way that you wanted, and then like that's how you passed. You kind of went out on like an up.
You kind of went out on an up, I guess.
Yeah. Do you deserve an up? Maybe not.
Isn't that crazy how bad that got?
Yeah.
Fred goes from being a regular old, 1920s cuck.
Yeah.
Wife cheating on you with like the fucking milkman.
And he sent Otto.
He kind of did do that.
Yeah.
He kind of set himself up for failure, I guess.
Obviously, he didn't do it with the intention that this guy was going to bang his wife.
Well, no, but also,
But he should have sent the woman.
He should have. Well, you never know. She might have been into that.
True.
Point is, though, I mean, also, we do have to keep in mind, he was a piece of shit. He was mean. He was rude. Fred was a piece of shit. He was alcoholic. Apparently, he might have been physical with Dolly. All this stuff.
True.
So, I mean, is there an excuse for cheating? Sometimes, if it's that bad. But in this case, not this case, because that was a teenager, dude.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they found each other in the first place, Dolly and this Fred guy, because they were both not great people.
Yeah, I think Dolly was not a good person whatsoever,
No.
and I don't think Fred ever got to see it. That's my theory. I don't think Fred ever got to see that.
He was always hidden.
I think so.
Like Otto in the attic.
I think it was also because he was working so much.
Yeah.
He never had to see it.
Wow.
Isn't that insane?
Wow. What a cuck-filled episode.
I know you watched it happen.
Back-to-back cuckitry.
Well, thank you guys so much for sticking around for episode 100. We really appreciate you guys. We appreciate everything you guys have been through with us, and I appreciate you guys listening to us talk about cucks for a good while.
Yeah.
It's an interesting time where in 2026, where years ago you couldn't even say the word sex on TV, and now you can say cuck and talk all about the details.
And then you can also go on TV and see like a huge woman show her cans on TV, and that's okay.
What channel?
HBO, like in the episode of Euphoria when Sydney Sweeney turns giant.
That show makes me uncomfortable. I've never watched an episode because I heard it takes place in a high school.
The first 3 seasons, yeah.
And then I heard it gets really wild.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes me very uncomfortable.
Honestly, like looking back on things, that's how it's always been. Like in a lot of movies, it's always been high school stuff.
Right.
And obviously, like the actors that are being in these movies or being casted, they're not actually of that age.
Right.
But it is always it is weird, like looking back and being like, oh yeah, like we were just watching like high schoolers basically bang, in front of our eyes.
A weird part of it also kind of makes sense though. When would you be your craziest?
Yeah, right?
High school. High school is when you probably have the most hormones, most problems, most everything.
And when you learn a lot of your life lessons too, like a lot of things happen when you're in high school and stuff.
It is a little unbelievable being 26 and you're like upset that someone got cheated on and you kill someone. It's more like, I'm 26, that happens.
Yeah.
Like
I believe it more than like a high school setting.
Yeah. Well, one more time, thank you guys so much for listening to episode 100. This has been the Leftovers Podcast. Follow us at LFTVRSPOD on TikTok, and more importantly, follow, like, and subscribe. And if you have any other words of wisdom, like big man, moo moo, something, cow, la vaca, ooh, la vaca, ooh, la vaca, ooh, la vaca. Keep it to yourself.
No, actually, because I like talking to people on the comments. So having a discussion with this fella was kind of funny.
You told him to go date his mom, and he hasn't gotten back to us. I think he committed.
He might have. I hope it's going well for him.
I hope him and his mom are having a great date today.
Yeah, fucking freak.
Well, this is James.
And this has been Alex.
And thank you guys for 100 amazing episodes. Peace out.
Leftovers.